Gemini said, the ultra-portable market is a crowded graveyard of clones. But the WONDERBOOM 4 and JBL Go 4 are the only two survivors that actually justify their price. They aren't just different shapes. They're two different philosophies of travel. One is a 360-degree party in a ball. The other is a slim, utilitarian tool built to disappear into your pocket. Choosing between them isn't about the specs. It's about how much room you're willing to give up for a soundtrack. Let's find out which one actually earns that permanent spot in your gear. The JBL Go 4 punches hard for something the size of a deck of cards. JBL's Pro Sound tuning prioritizes clarity and presence. And the Go 4 delivers both at volumes that impress people who have not heard it before. In a one-on-one listening scenario, one person, one speaker, close range, the Go 4 holds up well. For background music in a small space, it covers the room adequately without straining. The Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4 produces 360-degree sound. Not a marketing claim about directionality, but a genuine acoustic design decision where the speaker radiates in all directions simultaneously. In a group setting outdoors, that distinction is immediately felt. People sitting or standing around the speaker from multiple sides all hear the same sound level. Nobody is sitting in the back of the speaker getting a muffled version of the music. Add Outdoor Boost Mode, a dedicated button that adjusts the EQ curve for outdoor listening where high frequencies scatter and bass competes with ambient noise, and the WONDERBOOM 4 adapts to its environment in a way the Go 4 cannot. Podcast mode is a feature worth naming separately because it solves a real, specific problem. When someone is playing a podcast or a voice-driven show through a small speaker in a noisy environment, voices lose intelligibility before music does. Podcast mode EQ optimizes for vocal clarity, enhancing the mid-range where human speech lives. It is a small engineering choice that reveals genuine thoughtfulness about how this speaker actually gets used. Edge, Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4, on 360-degree sound and adaptive listening modes. The JBL Go 4 delivers 7 hours of playback from a charge, with playtime boost mode extending that to 9 hours total. For a speaker this small, 9 hours is a legitimate full-day companion for lighter use. The Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4 rates at 14 hours. That is not a small difference in this category. It is the difference between a speaker that needs to come home with you and one that keeps playing until you decide to stop. A full beach day, a long hike with a group, an afternoon that turns into an evening and keeps going, the WONDERBOOM 4 outlasts the situations you bring it to. The Go 4 needs a top-up midday if usage is continuous. In a world where charging options are not always nearby, that gap in runtime is the most practical difference between these two speakers. Edge, Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4, by a meaningful margin on total runtime. Both speakers carry IP67 ratings, submersible to 1 meter for 30 minutes, fully dustproof, and rated for the kinds of incidental exposure that outdoor use creates. On paper they are equal, and in most outdoor use cases they will perform identically. The WONDERBOOM 4 adds floatability. Drop it in the pool, it stays on the surface and keeps playing. For beach use, lakeside listening, or any environment where the speaker might end up in water, that floating capability removes what would otherwise be a loss event. The Go 4 does not float. Both handle a splash and a dunk. Only one stays found. The WONDERBOOM 4 also supports stereo pairing with a second unit. Press once to double up, press again for true left and right stereo separation. For buyers who already own or plan to own two, that pairing option transforms the speaker's capability into something genuinely different from what a single small speaker delivers. Edge, Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4, on floatability and stereo pairing. The Go 4 is smaller and lighter, closer to a golf ball in mass, smaller than a hockey puck in footprint. It disappears into any bag, fits in a coat pocket, and travels without taking up space that anything else needs. For buyers who prioritize maximum packability above everything else, the Go 4's form factor is the answer. The WONDERBOOM 4 is compact but cylindrical and slightly taller. Still genuinely pocketable, still bag-friendly, but more present in a bag than the Go 4. The shape is engineered around the 360-degree driver configuration, so it is not bulk for bulk's sake. For buyers whose travel context does not require minimum possible size, the trade-off is easy. Edge JBL Go 4 on raw packability and minimum footprint. The JBL Go 4 supports Auracast, the forward-looking Bluetooth broadcast standard that connects multiple JBL Auracast-enabled speakers for a networked sound system. 2 Go 4s in stereo is an option. Expanding to additional Auracast speakers down the road is also supported. For buyers building a multi-speaker setup across a large outdoor space, Auracast's open standard infrastructure gives the Go 4 a connectivity ceiling the WONDERBOOM 4 does not match. The WONDERBOOM 4 pairs with a second WONDERBOOM 4 for stereo, which is a strong feature at this level but not the open networked system Auracast enables. Edge, JBL Go 4, on Auracast multi-speaker flexibility. Sustainability. The JBL Go 4 incorporates post-consumer recycled plastic and recycled fabric in its construction, and ships in FSC-certified packaging with soy-based ink. For buyers who factor environmental impact into purchasing decisions, the Go 4's sustainability commitment is documented and specific, not a vague brand statement but materials-level accountability. This is not a performance category, but it is a real and meaningful differentiator for the right buyer. Edge, JBL Go 4, on documented sustainable materials. The Go 4 is genuinely the right speaker for loss-risk scenarios, a speaker for a child, a travel backup, a gift for someone who will likely leave it somewhere. At its price, replacing it does not require a difficult conversation. Owning two Go 4s for stereo via Auracast costs less than a single WONDERBOOM 4. For buyers who want an expandable multi-speaker setup at minimum cost per unit, that math is real and the Go 4 earns it. Battery feedback on the WONDERBOOM 4 includes reports of charging issues and units that stop working entirely after a period of use. A pattern in customer feedback that surfaces often enough to flag. The speaker's performance and sound design are excellent. The long-term reliability record is less consistent. Buying with a return window in place and keeping the receipt is good practice at this price point. The Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4 wins this comparison, and the margin is built on the outdoor listening experience that these speakers were both designed for. 14 hours of battery against 9. True 360-degree sound that serves a group from every direction. Outdoor boost mode that adapts the EQ to the environment you are actually in. Floatability at the pool or lake. Podcast mode for vocal clarity when voice content matters. And stereo pairing with a second unit for buyers who want to go bigger. At around $85, the WONDERBOOM 4 earns its premium through the features that change the experience when you are actually outside using it. The JBL Go 4 at around $50 is the right call for a specific buyer. Someone who needs maximum portability in minimum size, wants Auracast multi-speaker flexibility, values sustainable materials in their gear, or is buying a speaker for a situation where durability and replacement cost matter more than performance ceiling. At $50, the Go 4 is one of the best $50 speakers available. That is a real statement. But for the buyer who wants their portable speaker to keep up with a full day outside, the WONDERBOOM 4 is that speaker. The Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4 is the winner. Both speakers are in the description below. Go check current pricing before you buy. One note worth repeating. The WONDERBOOM 4's battery and reliability feedback has some inconsistency in it. Buy from somewhere with a return policy you trust. If you want comparisons that tell you the truth about what you are actually buying before you spend your money, hit subscribe. Every video on this channel is built to protect your next purchase. The WONDERBOOM 4 wins. Now go take your music somewhere it belongs. Thanks for watching.